Plaintiff Elta Brinson says the defendant is her brother, and they have always been close. Elta claims one night she went out to a club with her witness and the defendant, and after her witness and the defendant got into a fight, he broke her witness's windshield. Elta paid for the damages, and she's suing to get reimbursed. Defendant Avelion Brinson admits that on the night in question, he did break the windshield. However, Avelion insists he never agreed to pay for the damages because after he broke the windshield, Elta's witness physically attacked him and broke his glasses.
Start with you.
A little bit of background. Me and my brother, we've always been very close, Your Honor. When I was about 10 years old, my brother moved back to Israel and I moved to Washington State with my mom. So I haven't seen him for about 17 years. Recently, he moved back out to the States where we then tried to rekindle our very close-knit relationship. So December 31st, 2017, New Year's Eve, my friends and I were going out to a club out in Seattle where my brother, I wanted him to come along too because he likes to go out and we were just all gonna go and have a great time.
Is this the incident that you're suing about?
Yes, sir.
Let me allow him to get some background first, sir.
I love my sister very much. Our only problem is we refuse to admit when the other is wrong. So we're here today for someone else to say who was wrong and who was right legally within this situation.
How often do you all disagree on who's wrong or right? Over the years, all the time? Every time you talk? What?
A lot. Not every time we talk, but it's on a lot of subjects that we do hit upon because we do flip our subjects back and forth.
Okay, give me some examples where you are.
Example is, a small example is, I say we from two different worlds, she'll be like, we from the same planet, you know. And that conversation can go on knick-knack.
What does that mean? I want to debate that a little. She said you're from the same planet, you say two different worlds, yeah.
Absolutely. That means that our growing up, our lifestyle, our experiences, the people that we interact with and have around us is completely different.
How's that debatable? You debate over that?
No, we debate over a lot of things.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was just a quick
small
example.
stuff. You're right. All right. You're a resident of Israel. I heard her say return back or a dual resident?
No. Actually, we have legal situations in Israel as a community. Our parents left in the 60s.
To move to Israel?
Yes. And since then, we've been having problems.
Israelites?
Yes, sir.
The overwhelming number of people watching have no clue of what the Black Hebrew Israelites believe. And I think it is that they're one of the original 12 tribes of African descent. Therefore, that African tribe is also a part of Judaism.
Yes.
Did I say it right, or you need to add anything?
Nope, you said it perfect.
All right, good. And how did he damage your property?
He actually didn't damage my property. That night, New Year's Eve, we were all going out, like I said. It just immediately got off to a really bad start. He got in my witness, Nina, her car. She was driving us up there, immediately comment on the condition of the car, said it was junky, and then proceeded to light a blunt in the car without permission. So I told him, whoa, you can't do that. You know, that's something you have to ask for. And so this is not something that we normally do. It was, you know, New Year's Eve night. We were all just kind of turning up.
Whatever, y'all getting high as often as you can. Go ahead.
I do.
Okay.
And everything that come out the ground. What?
So we get to the club.
If ain't no weed, you smoke poison ivy. Go ahead. That's a real weed heads. Everything look like weed to them. Get to the club.
We get to the club. I go my own separate way, and so I didn't see a lot of the interaction between my witness and my brother. Nina, my witness, told me that when they were at the club, he was following her around, dancing all over her.
Let her finish.
To the point where she had to go in the bathroom to get away from him, Your Honor. And so I didn't know all of that, but once we reconnected, after we were all leaving, I noticed that Nina was very, very rude to him, you know, short with him and all that kind of stuff. So he met these girls there that he wanted to go back with. I told him that's not a good idea. You know, you're not from here. You know, you don't know these girls. So I wanted to put my own eyes on them. So as we're driving to find the girls, they're bickering back and forth. He proceeds to yell, "Shut the up," to her in her car as she's driving. Me and my other friend, we're like, whoa, he's in the passenger seat at this time. I'm in the back. We're like, whoa, that's out of line. You know, it's really aggressive. It's not called for. So we get back to the parking lot. He gets out of the car to start talking to some other people that we were with. At that point, I was still in the back seat. He came to the passenger side of the car, opened the door and started to talk to me to see, you know, what my next moves were going to be for the night. At this point, she's still very, very upset, you know, to the point she doesn't want him in the car. And she starts to, and this is what my brother told me, hit him out of the car. And so at that point, he got out of the car. He wasn't all the way in, but he got out and then he punched her windshield. And he said he didn't mean to break it, but I have the pictures here, Your Honor.
Please, door. And why isn't she suing him instead of you?
The reason that I'm suing him is because he refused to pay for the damages. So she needed her windshield fixed, and I paid for the damages, and the receipts here.
On his behalf?
On his behalf.
It can't be on my behalf because I never agreed to pay.
I paid because you did the damage.
But I never agreed to pay, so therefore you should have left that battle to her.
But I never agreed to pay.
That was your moral.
So you did do
conscious
it?
Decision. Yes, I did.
All right. And you don't think you should pay? Why?
Absolutely not.
Why
the
not?
reason why is because in the midst of all that, like my sister said, while I was leaning in the front seat talking to her, Nina kept interrupting our conversation with the bickering and get the out of my car and this, that, and the other. So I told her, look, shut the up. You see me talking to my sister. After that, she said a few more things. Next thing I know, I'm getting smacked in my face 3 times. Like head turn and smacks. So I get out the car, and yes, I want to hit something, but I don't hit females. I ain't grow up like that, and I never do. So I hit the closest thing to me. It was a quick reaction, a quick hit. Like I said, I never even expected to hit the windshield and break it. I actually went to hit the metal part of her car, but it hit the windshield. It was a real quick hit, it broke, and that's what happened. She proceeded to get out the car, come try and fight me, and I'm telling her, like, look, this ain't what you want to do. As that was going on, my glasses, $350 pair of glasses, broke, lenses scratched all up, can't even see out of them. The frames is broke.
And how did that occur?
Can't be repaired.
How did that occur?
While she was attacking me after I hit the windshield. $150 vape that I had, that also broke beyond repair. Ain't got no money to replace it, none of that. But ain't nobody offer up to pay none of my stuff. And now she chose to pay for the windshield out of her moral consciousness. She had no legal obligation to have to pay for that windshield. And Nina was able to take care of it whenever she chose to because it was still drivable. So because she chose to do something out of her good moral character, it does not bind me legally. If she wanted me to be binded legally to this, then she should have had Nina bring this lawsuit to the table.
I know that look.
That's the same look I give him, Your Honor, whenever he tells me that that's his legal defense. He's responsible.
Well, then that means we agree because he's right. What you essentially did is give her a gift. He didn't agree to reimburse you, and where's the agreement?
He was the cause of the damage.
So that's why she should sue him.
She should.
Everything he's saying is between them two. Every single thing. Not one thing involves you in this incident. She attacked him, he alleges, assaulted and damaged his property. She says, or you say on her behalf, that he broke her windshield or damaged her windshield. Both of those are between the two of them. And so unless one of them made some type of agreement with you, what you did was help your friend who was victimized by your brother. But your brother says the reason is because she physically attacked him and also broke his property. So that's the two of them. You just being a good friend unless he agreed. I will reimburse you, sister. I know I damaged your friend's property. I'll give it to you because I know you gave it to her. Now, was that ever said?
No, it was not, Your Honor.
How do you think the legal connection, you all not expected to be lawyers, but obviously he's been in front of some lawyers or judges because he went right to the law. So what would be your legal belief or understanding? Under what legal theory? You probably don't have a legal theory in the world because legal theories come with legal knowledge, but go ahead.
What I would like to say about that, Your Honor, is that Yes, I did pay for the window that did not belong to me, but the reason that I did that was because he was responsible for the damage. Like if an insurance company paid for, you know, someone's repairs, I feel like the insurance company can still go after the person who was the cause of the damage.
Because the insurance company has an agreement with whom?
With the insured.
And who was your agreement with?
I guess my agreement was with Nina to repair her window that my brother caused.
And she paid you how much as her insurer?
She didn't pay me.
She doesn't pay you a monthly amount?
No, Your Honor.
So those are two very different things.
Okay.
All right. He has no obligation to pay you. It sounds like she would win the case if she sued him, and then she gives you your money back. That's all.
Your Honor, I would just hate to tie up the judicial system that way and have all these cases running in and out when we know who's responsible for the damage.
I would hate to violate the law. I would hate to violate the law as a judge. All right, your claim is dismissed, ma'am. You have no standing to sue him. She does. She's the only one that does. Now, you might be able to sue her, depending on the discussions you all had about giving her the money. So, you want to sue her? Check it out.
No, Your Honor, I don't.
I got to dismiss your claim today. Have a good day. Thank you.
You know you're wrong for breaking that window.
I told you.
You know you're wrong for breaking. If you had a conscience, you would pay for the window.
Look.
If you had a moral fiber in your body, you would pay for the window.
The reason why, with the moral fibers in my body, I won't pay for the window is because she attacked a grown man. She had all rights. She had all rights to be laid out in the street.
No, she did not.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. If you wouldn't have been harassing me and being disrespectful the whole time, it wouldn't have happened.
You was disrespectful from the minute I walked into my sister's front room door.
What?
I spoke to everybody and kept going. You the one that was walking around her house with an attitude.
You still can't be losing your temper, breaking
I
stuff.
never met this girl. You have to grow up.
I never met this girl before that night.
You just mad because
This is why I do not deal with young females.
The same, but that's
Stuff
why
like
you were
this.
trying to talk to
I'm
her
an older
the whole
female
time
person.
in the club.
I don't deal with them.